Hey, Klara and Adalena here at the Love for Life Academy. 3 tips to raise your power of attraction. Stay with me while I set myself up here. It always takes a moment for me in the beginning, but it will be fully worth it. There we go. Welcome. Somebody's watching. Give me a hello so that we can start to interact. And it's always different when there is a connection. More people here. Let me know who you are so we can interact and I can really speak to you. 3 tips to raise your power of attraction. You know what? And I know this is a bold statement. Love is easy. Let's get it out of our heads that love is difficult. I know there's 1,000 books on it, and I know we make a mess of it. I know all of that. But let's not blame love, okay? Let's realize that we got out of alignment with who we are, with what love is, with the essence of life, of love. And when we're out of alignment, what happens? We attract stuff into our life that is out of alignment. Oh. So what we do, we get back into alignment. And that's Lil Marlene. Hello, nice to meet you. Where are you from? I don't know that name. So everyone who's here, give me a hello. And if you have any questions about what I'm saying, please share, right? The more interaction we have, the more value it has for you and for everyone. 3 tips to raise your power of attraction. Love is easy. It's easy. That's the big secret. That's what nobody tells you. Everybody tells you to do all these thousands of things. It just makes it more hard. The one thing where it begins, Nahilanyana, beautiful name, hello. Where it all begins is to truly align with yourself again. So that's the first tip. Realign with yourself, be yourself. And you know, this asks courage. For me too, right here before the camera, I want to be everything except myself. Because myself is messy. I don't have the kind of hair that I would like to have. I don't have the size that I don't want to have. You know, all these things. There is so much the ideas we think we need to fit into. And the more we are busy with all of that, the less we are. And the less we are, guess what? The smaller our power of attraction. Because what is the only thing that can attract? Alignment. You. Only you. When you radiate you can attract a man who resonates with you. Only then. It's so logical. Yet we do everything except being ourselves. And I'm like, oh, does he like me? And am I okay? Out of alignment, right? So that's what I work on with the women who really work with me. We work on how do you do that, showing up authentic? Because it's easily said, but not easily done. It's like, how do I say that? Breathe naturally. Okay, how do I breathe naturally, right? So we have a few tips, powerful secrets. And when you start using those, they will just allow you to be natural, be yourself, and have that incredible attraction happening. Suddenly seeing men pop up in your life out of nothing, out of thin air. Where did they come from? It happens again and again in my program. A woman begins, and now we have 8 weeks, and she's like, 8 weeks, Klara, what can happen in 8 weeks? Come on. I say everything. But where should the man come from? I don't know, but he will come. And it happens. 4 weeks later, we look at each other and we say, did he come? He came. After 4 weeks only. Then you have another 4 weeks to get to know him and commit to each other. Things can be so easy. And actually, we all know it. We all have friends for whom love, they made a shift and then love came easy. That's what I'm about. So the first tip, be yourself. Be yourself. The second one is, what's your mindset? What are you thinking? So many women, they're thinking like, oh man, I don't know about man, right? That kind of thinking. Man, they're just bastards. Man, they are whatever. Now you fold your arms and you're kind of like, oh man. What do you think that will attract? What do you think that will do to your power of attraction? What do you think that will do to your alignment with love? When I'm in a judgmental mode, I'm by definition killing off all possibility of love, right? And once you think about it, it's so obvious. Yet I see women do this all the time. And I think the mistake that so many of us make is we think dating happens only when we're actually sitting on the date or when we're actually on the dating app. That's not how life works. That's not how love works. The heart is holistic. So it's about the time. It's a time of your life, the dating time, you could call it. How are you showing up in that time? How do you go to bed? How are you with your friends? How are you with your family? How are you with yourself, most of all? And how are you with man? What are you thinking? What's your thoughts? We need a high mindset. If you allow yourself to not trust love, well, how can you find love? Right? It's that easy. So watch those thoughts and learn the skills. We work a lot on mindset. We have a lot of skills, very powerful tools. When we notice that our mindset is drifting off, to chunk, get it back again. So that's the second tip. Watch your mindset and up your mindset. Thank you for that heart there. And the third one, being vulnerable. And I know women are always a bit like, vulnerable? Isn't that for softies? Isn't that the opposite of what I should do? Shouldn't I show up strong? Well, the trick is it's not either or. Vulnerable is not weak. When you still think vulnerable is weak, you've got something wrong up there. Vulnerable, when you do it the right way, it's incredibly empowered. Vulnerable, what it means to me, and watch my session, my live session from yesterday, from Tuesday. It's still up here in the group, The Art of a Relationship You Love. I spoke a lot about vulnerability and the difference with neediness, with weakness, with controlling. Being vulnerable is very powerful. When we do it from this, from this place, that was my chocolate. Oops. Be myself, right? Don't hide. When we are vulnerable from a place of I'm happy with all my feelings. I'm happy with me. I'm happy with what's going on inside of me. And I'm allowing you to see that. It's vulnerable, but at the same time, do you feel that it's very strong? And man can't have enough of it. They eat it, they drink it. This whole world, it's one farce, one game. There is nothing as attractive as a person who's showing up real, vulnerable, present, authentic. So that is the third tip. Really allow your vulnerability to be there. And what does that mean? That means we can be touched. Oops. That's scary, right? Some people find that even more scary than showing themselves. Showing yourself means you can be judged, which isn't easy either. Usually it doesn't happen, but our fear tells us it will. But vulnerable also means being touchable, that somebody can say something that could actually touch you. And I laugh about it, but I know, in the moment, it is scary, and we try to prevent it. And we have our stories. I speak to all these women. I've had the amazing, amazing opportunity to speak to over 1,000 women about their love lives, high achieving, successful women. And it's so endearing, really, to see they come to me to solve their love life, to find the opening to real lasting love. And then what they do when I come closer and we get to an opening, boom, this whole thing with stories is being pulled open. They're good at speaking, right? These women, maybe you are too. But what does it do, the story? It just brings it back to everything that you know. It just proves again that love isn't possible anymore. And by the time you're done proving it, the moment is gone. The opportunity is gone. The connection is gone. The chance of changing something is gone. So being vulnerable means allowing that moment when the other comes close. When I open up, when the other opens up, when our minds open, our hearts open, and we're just there together and the rest of the world falls away. That is being vulnerable. That is being touchable. And you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he'll cry and just tell you about his ex. Nobody wants that, right? Unless he's your friend. Maybe he will be a bastard and will only be able to talk about himself. But maybe, most likely, he is an amazing man, attracted by your power of attraction, by you freeing up your potential to attract Hejan, to attract men who truly resonate with you. If you cleared out your own stuff and raised your power of attraction, you can only attract men who resonate with who you truly are. And then when you have that moment of vulnerability, it will be awesome. He will show you his true soul. And you will be allowed to witness that. And you will be sharing your true soul, and he will be witnessing that. How precious that moment will be. So these are my 3 tips for you today. The 3 tips to raise your power of attraction. Be yourself. Watch your mindset, up your mindset, and be vulnerable. And it's a way of life. But when you start with these 3, already your power of attraction will be so much bigger. And when you're right now in a situation that you're just having, man around you, right? All your friends have great partners, but on your dates, you just have this, man showing up. It's your power of attraction, and you can change it. And that's what I want you to know. You can change it. You can raise your power of attraction. Begin using these 3 tips, and it will make a huge difference. Be yourself, up your mindset, and be vulnerable. And if it raises any questions, either when you're doing it and you're like, okay, but what's next? Now things are getting real. What next? Or if you're not yet doing it and you're like, I'd like to do it, Klara. It makes sense, but where do I start? Come and find me. I offer opportunities to talk to women who are committed to having love life, family, kids, dogs, cats now, right? I'm committed because I know when a woman frees this love thing in herself, raises her power of attraction, she will be a force to reckon with in the world. And the world needs women right now badly. So I'm making this time for you when you are committed to actually finding real lasting love. Either let me know here in the chat, send me a PM, or find another way to reach me, maybe through my website, klaraadalena.com. And we will see how we can raise your power of attraction and make love happen for you. Because love is easy. And when it isn't that anymore, something is off. And it's time to come back into alignment. Right? Love is easy and it's there for you. And if you have all these stories going on of why love wouldn't be there for you and why Klara has easy speaking, but, hey, Marloes, that's amazing to see you. If you have all these stories going on of, Klara, you have easy speaking, but for me, love is difficult, you have a choice. Either you believe your story, and then what do you get? Or you take me up on my offer, you book a call with me. It's a free call, that first call. And let's see how we can up your power of attraction and have different men in your life who are excited and ready to commit to you. Klaraadalena.com. Reach out to me either there or here or through a PM. And I'm excited to talk. Thank you so much. And if there's any other questions, ask them now. Giving you a few more seconds. And otherwise, we will just complete and you can start practicing these 3 tips. 3 tips to raise your power of attraction and get the right man in your life, get the right man on your dates, and be able to go on that exciting journey of creating real lasting love. Not seeing any questions, so goodbye for now and see you next time, every Tuesday early morning, every Wednesday in the afternoon. See you soon. Aloha.